Welcome, children. Welcome to my English language class today. The topic for today is adjectives. Adjectives. Now, what are adjectives? Adjectives are words that describe nouns or called adjectives. Describe nouns, the words that actually give us a more meaning or tells us what kind of nouns. For example, I bought a pink bag. Out here, the word pink is highlighted because it tells us what kind of bag, what color of bag I bought. The bag is a noun which is a thing, and it tells us that the color of the bag is pink. The giant had big feet. Out here, big is the adjective because it is telling us the size of the giant's feet, and feet is the noun. The peacock has beautiful feathers. Now we all know that feathers are nouns, but because beautiful is highlighted, it tells us what and how the feathers are, and the feathers are beautiful. So words like pink, big and beautiful are words that tells us what kind, what quality or what size the noun is. So these words are describing words. Now let us read more examples about adjectives. She wore a beautiful dress. What kind of dress? Beautiful dress. Ben is an adorable baby. What quality does the baby have? The baby is adorable. The wooden boat. What kind of boat? Wooden. The boy wore black shoes. What color shoes did the boy wear? The boy wore black shoes. He is taller than Mr. Hulas. Who is taller? He is taller. So the words beautiful, adorable, wooden, black and taller are words that are examples of adjectives. They are telling us about the nouns. Now children, adjectives are of three types. Adjectives of quantity, adjective of quality and adjectives of numbers. Let us now understand each one. Adjectives of quality. Adjectives that tell us the quality of nouns are called adjectives of quality. It tells us about the kind or qualities of noun. Now, there are 6 types of quality. Let's see how adjectives of quality works in color. Flamingo are pink. I ate an orange carrot. So in these two sentences, the color is the quality of the adjective. We get to know what color the flamingo is and what color the carrot is. Flamingo is a noun. Carrot is also a noun. So out here, pink and orange is telling us the color of the certain noun. Let us understand the adjective of quality in touch. Be careful with knife. It's sharp. The hedgehog curled up into a prickly ball. So now out here, it is telling us that the knife is sharp. Sharp is the quality of adjective. The hedgehog curled up into a prickly ball. So now out here, it is telling us that the hedgehog is prickly, which means it's pokey. It tells us about the animal, which is the adjective of quality. and because we can touch it, we can understand whether it is sharp or pokey. Now, let us understand the adjectives of quality in age. I can give you the old quilt. I have a new pen. Out here, we get to know the quality of the quilt and the quality of the pen because old and new tells us the difference between the two and the quality of the two objects. Adjectives of quality in size. The small boy sat on his father's broad shoulder. Out here, the word small and broad tells us about the two different beings. It tells us that the father's shoulder is broad and the boy is small. The fat hen laid an egg. Which kind of hen laid an egg? The fat hen. So we get to know the size of the animal or the bird. Adjectives of quality in shape. This sheet of paper is rectangular. Draw a straight line. Now we get to know what size, what shape is this paper, which is rectangular, and what kind of line that the child or the person has to draw, and that is straight. Adjectives of quality in feelings. An angry lion roared in the jungle. Grandma told me a sad story. Now, in these two sentences, in the first sentence, we get to know how the lion roared and why that was in anger. And what kind of story did Grandma tell us? Whether it was a happy or a sad story. Moving on to adjectives of quantity. Quantity, the word quantity tells us how many. The word in the blue tells us the quantity of uncountable nouns. They tell us how much there is of the nouns. In the word in blue are the adjectives of quantity. Let's read the sentences and note the words in blue. Put some salt in the curry. There is no water in the bucket. Is there enough milk to make tea? There is very little jam left in the jar. I don't have any money. Did you eat the whole cake? I gave all the information she needed. I spent much of my time looking for fresh flowers. Now children, the words that are highlighted in blue tells us about how many of the nouns are. Put some salt in the curry. Now because salt are so many in grains that you cannot count them, so we will use the adjective some. Same goes for water. You cannot count water. It is uncountable. So we will use no or some as the words of adjective. Adjectives of quantity are those words that cannot be countable. They are uncountable, but many. Adjectives of number. The words in blue tell us how many nouns they are, or at which place in the noun they are. The words in blue are adjectives of number. Adjectives tell us that the exact number of nouns or position in a series are called adjectives of number. Now children, if you remember, adjectives of quality are adjectives which are uncountable. They are many and you cannot count them. But in adjectives of numbers, they are our words and adjectives which you can count or put in order. Now, let us read the sentences. Also, remember the words in color, which is blue, These words are called adjectives of number. I borrowed 2 books from the library. Ram finished second in the race. The phone rang many times. We stayed for a few days in Mumbai. How many languages can you speak? No packages have arrived today. There are many spoons in the drawer. Are there enough apples for all of us? Now, children, all these sentences, the words, the adjectives of numbers which are used are numbers which you are countable. For example, I borrowed 2 books from the library. Now, this sentence is telling us how many books was borrowed. How many books? 2 books. So the number 2 is a number which tells us that it is adjectives of number. I dearly hope, children, that you have now understood this lesson. See you in the next lesson. Thank you.